Hi guys, hi loves, just popping in again, holding myself accountable and hoping you are going along for the ride with me. We are still exploring emotional intelligence and critical thinking. Where we last left off, we were talking about the 20 must know strategies that can boost your emotional quotient, your EQ. And some of the things we talked about were things like understanding your emotions, things such as seeking feedback. It's crucial. Ask people what their interpretation was, what their understanding is of you, your actions, your thoughts. Feedback is crucial. Also, reading. Reading is fundamental. And it's a great way to increase your emotional intelligence, not just with novels and poetry, but also with books that consider the existential truths that excite the brain and, you know, um, focus on different aspects of life. So reading is a good way to do it. And so that's what we're doing now. Pay attention to how we behave. Do we recognize when we're triggered, when people are triggers for us? Remove ourselves from those situations. Exercise self-control. Walk away. We don't have to put ourselves in situations that we're not yet ready, emotionally ready to deal with. But you have to be able to recognize it so that you don't cause more damage before you're ready to solve the problem. So, something to think about. Also, questioning our own opinions, being curious, being growth minded. Like this book, we want to explore how we can improve our presence in our work environment, in our family environment, in our church or spiritual environment, in our community. And so this is telling us some of those things. And so we were talking about 20 must know strategies. I want to encourage you to write down below anything that you've recognized in these strategies or in the questions within yourself. Anything that you think you need to look at more closely, anything that you think you're really good at. I want to encourage you to type it down below, maybe subscribe so you can see when I'm going to post again. I know it's been a little haphazard lately with this slip disc, but I'm so thankful to God. Each day I get a little bit better and a little bit better, so I'm hoping to continue this roller coaster ride. But so thankful to still be on it. So let's not take up too much time. Let's jump in. But I look forward to your questions. I look forward to your interaction, any suggestions. I'm open-minded, open to feedback and critical thinking and suggestions. So feel free to write below. Feel free to tap the subscribe button so we can go along on this journey together. I'm hoping that once we finish this book that we can pick up another one. Maybe we can focus on different kinds of authors, different cultures of authors, different subjects. So this has really excited me. I hope it's excited you too. Let's get started. We're picking up on page 59, and we're talking about the 20 best known ways to boost our emotional intelligence. So set a time aside to enjoy the positive aspects of life. It's great to be learning from the past and working towards a better future, but all too often we neglect the present. Positive results from team members shouldn't be overlooked, nor should a warm, sunny day. The emotionally intelligent are sensitive to positive energy. I so am. And they know the value of celebrating it. So make sure you're not overlooking the positive elements of your project, your team, your family, your friends, and your life. And to all my friends and Sisters out there, I love you. You know I recognize your contribution. I love and appreciate you. If you didn't know, now you know. At the same time, you don't want to ignore the negative. If corrections have to be made, they can be done with kindness and consideration and will be all the more effective for that effort. But to ignore poor results or bad behavior is a guarantee that they will continue. And that's not true friendship, not true leadership. That's a leader in name only. Deliberately take time to relax. You may meditate, which many do as a relaxation technique. You may enjoy a hot cup of coffee every morning or tea at some point in the day, but make sure to do it. It prevents burnout and gives you time to reflect, reconsider, to gather your physical and intellectual energies for the task to come. Make it 10 minutes. Whenever you generally find yourself you're most stressed in the workplace, this is often late in the morning after a rush of necessary business or late in the afternoon as the end of the business day looms. For families, watch for those pitched moments in the early morning before school and the hours during and after dinner. What I talk to my patients about all the time. These are the times when a relaxation break may be the most valuable. You have to take time for self-healing. Along these lines, stand up and stretch at least once a day. I need to work on that. Lean back, raise your arms, stretch your muscles for about 10 seconds. This is a physical action of a proactive relaxation. Has notable effects on the brain. Try it for yourself. Okay, let's do it. Lean back, put our arms up above our heads. Stretch, 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 reach for the sky. Breathe out. Breathe in. Let oxygen in. Let bad energy out. Bring in good energy. Got to take a few minutes to do that through the day. It's also good for our lungs. Also good to relieve stress when we feel like we're about to break. So that's good advice. I'll definitely incorporate that one in my day. While you're trying new things, try to see yourself objectively. It won't be easy, as we've discussed. Body dysmorphia disorder and reverse body dysmorphia are only two ways that we tend to distort our visions of ourselves. Narcissism, delusions of grandeur, the God complex, anorexia, bulimia, and a host of other harmful conditions and disorders are associated with our ability to be objective about ourselves. Nevertheless, you have to try to see yourself as others do. You have faults, know them, others do. You have qualities of character, and you should know these too. And it's not only what, but how much. You may have some talent at one thing or more talent at another, but still not as much at either as someone else. Know your limitations. Know your habits and inclinations. Know what situations and what people and things trigger what emotions, and use that knowledge to manipulate yourself or your circumstance, as we've just discussed. Keeping a diary is a great way, a great concrete step you can take to increase your emotional intelligence. It helps you to become more objective about yourself because it externalizes your thoughts and emotions from your actual physical self. It's also a way to express yourself to yourself, which is a key to emotional intelligence. Get into the practice of looking ahead to how you will feel later in the near future. use the popular if then technique to ask yourself something like, if I drink when this person is around, then how am I going to feel? If I feel badly, then how am I going to behave? If you're honest with yourself, you'll know how to modify your behavior in order to better manage your emotions or your situations. My fiance and I talk about that a lot, managing your situations and your moments so that you're in control of them and they're not in control of you. Get in the habit of paying attention to your intuition. A lot of people ignore this to their detriment. Overthinking tends to drown out the voice of intuition, but intuition is born of instinct, and that can often be more reliable and accurate than an over-rationalized position of analysis paralysis. If you don't already have a weekly or daily schedule, create one. Organization is central to emotional intelligence and everything that goes along with being a true leader. But before you can manage a team, you have to be able to manage yourself. You also want to encourage your team members or family members to maintain a strict schedule too. But that requires that you lead by example. I've been working on that. I've been getting to work 30 minutes early. So proud of myself. I wanted an hour early, but I'll take the little accomplishments and continue to work on the rest. Maintain or begin a healthy lifestyle. Substance abuse and malnutrition has all manner of ill effects on brain function. And that's the heart of emotional intelligence. Lack of sleep is also antithetical to emotional intelligence and true leadership. Engender trust. If you win trust doing one thing, repaying a debt, let's say, that trust will likely carry into other aspects of that relationship. When people around you know that they can trust you to be emotionally intelligent, they will surely open up more often and more thoroughly, creating a healthier climate. Without trust, no organization can truly flourish. The stress, anxiety, duplicity, canary, a lack of trust engenders can be crippling for any project, team, company, or family. Exercise self-discipline. You're not subject to your emotions. They are subject to you. Do not give in to them and burst into a tantrum. Find something else to do if you must. Feel compelled to explode? Go to the bedroom, punch a pillow. That's a time-tested trick that a lot of people find convenient and effective. Set some personal goals. This is a great way to keep your mind alert and functioning on a high level. It's a series of challenges which will result in satisfaction and accomplishment. It almost doesn't matter what those goals are. Clean the closet, repaint the bedroom, quit smoking, fix the fence in the backyard, resolve your back tax problems. Whatever it is, just do it. Be proactive and goal-oriented. Volunteer in some way. It's like on-the-job training for emotional intelligence, including so many of the pillars, especially empathy. It's a good way to spend extra time. It will broaden your social circle. It offers personal satisfaction, self-discipline, and self-awareness. Make sure you're approachable. A true leader with emotional intelligence knows that open, clear communication is a key to successful project, team, or organization. And hopefully he or she has adopted a leadership style which leads them to interact with the team. But you don't want to be intimidating around your team, and you don't want them to feel intimidated. You want them to feel like they can approach you with questions or concerns. Do this by being gentle without being weak. Demonstrate concern for others. Just about everything we've covered in this book so far, but apply them deliberately in a measured fashion. Mastering the application of these principles is key to being a true leader with heightened emotional intelligence. We've talked about perspective, but it bears repeating here. Emotional intelligence requires you to be able to see the world from somebody else's perspective. Without that, we have emotional ignorance. Well, we've hit our 15 minutes, guys. I believe that's a good place to stop and pick up for the next time. We're starting back on page 63. A lot of great points that even myself, I can see that I need to work on, do more work on, create better habits. I'm a creature of habit, but I also need to create better habits. I have very long days. So on those long days, I don't really have a routine. But that's something I'm working on. I'm praying for it, and prayerfully, with repeating the action, it'll become a habit. They say it takes 12 weeks to form a habit. So I encourage you guys to make these small changes in your life so that you can see the good results as well. We'll pick up next week, hopefully, maybe in a few days. Thank you for all your prayers, for healing, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Good night, loves. Stay blessed. Bye.